Hey guys, welcome back to Edumon Tutorials on Database Management Systems. In today's lecture, we're going to discuss the fifth topic of our third chapter, which is aggregate operators. So throughout this video, we're going to discuss what are aggregate operators. We'll look at few aggregate operators available in SQL, and then we will look at group by and having clause, and also examples in all of them. So let's get started. So aggregate operators. So, till now we have performed different operations on the database, like we retrieved data, and we have seen different kinds of retrieving the data. But sometimes it is required to perform some aggregation or computational operations on the database also. Whenever you, so in the real-time projects or real-time works, when you actually work with the database, you need to perform some aggregations and summarization operations like min, max, sum, average. So SQL provides such aggregation operations that allow us to perform the summarization and computation operations on the database. So we have 5 such aggregate operators, which are count, sum, average, min and maximum. So let's look at each of them. So count, as its name suggests, it is used to find the number of values in a particular column. It can be the unique values. Right, so the number of unique values in the particular column that you have specified. And then you have sum distinct of A, which is used to find the sum of values, which is the unique values in the specified column. Here I am supposing it to be column A. So next we have average function, which is generally used to perform the average of unique values in a particular column, which is A. And of course min and max are the two functions which is used to find the minimum value and also the maximum value in that particular column. So all these are used to perform different summarization and computation operations on the database according to the result or use case we want. Right, so now let's look at a few examples of them. See, this is very simple. These are the things we have learned right from our childhood. Count, sum, average, max and min are the little things we have learned. So yeah, let's look at few examples to understand. So first question is, find the average age of all sailors. Of course, I forgot to say this. You can use this aggregate operators only in the select list. You're not supposed to use this in the where clause. You can only use them at this location, like in the select list of the SQL structure that you have learned. You cannot use them or you cannot place them in the where clause section, right? So yeah, for this the answer would be select average of the column name that you want to perform the average on. So select average of s.age from sailors S, right? So let's look at the second example, which is find the name and age of the oldest sailor. Right, so we want the name and age of the oldest sailor. Okay, now how can we get the oldest sailor? Of course, we should perform the maximum function on the age. Only then we'll be getting the oldest sailor. So answer for this would be the use of average function. Right, I mean max function. Select s.name, s.age from sailors, where s.age is equal to select max of s.age from sailors S2. Here, see, you should observe this thing that I have not used them in the where clause, but I have embedded a query into another query. This is the fashion that we have seen in the a previous video, right? So yeah, let's look at the third example, which is count the number of sailors. So count can be used in two different ways. One, the syntax would be count of the column name, or if you want all the columns, then you can use this wildcard character, which is asterisk, right? So the answer for this should be select count star from sailors, which selects the number of sailors present in that particular sailor instance. Yes, so instead of that star, you can specify the column name and select count of s.s name from sailors. Yes, okay. Let's look at few more examples to understand it better. So yeah, actually these operators can be used as an alternative to the in and all operators that we have seen earlier. So let's look at an example and find out how they can be used as an alternative way to the all and any function. So our question is, find the names of sailors who are older than the oldest sailor with a rating of 10. Right. So first, whenever you read any question, just try to, divide the question into parts, and so that you can understand what you actually want. So first we want the names of sailors, right? And then we want who are older than the oldest. So there has to be two instances of sailors, and in one instance we have the rating of a person which is 10, and he is the oldest person in that particular instance. So with that we are going to check another instance of sailors to find out if there are any person older than the oldest person with the rating 10 that we have in our instance. So the query would look something like, select s dot name from sailors where s dot age is greater than select max of s2 dot age. So here I am computing the oldest age in the instance s2. Max of s2 dot age from sailors s2, which is the second instance where s2 dot rating is equal to 10. Right, so this is going to give the person with who has a rating of 10, and also the older than the oldest person in that instance too. I think I'm clear. So yeah, this is how you do. So whenever a question is given to you, just try to break that particular thing into different parts and try to solve this question. This is a small tip that I can give for you. So yeah, then we have group by and having clause. Okay, let me explain why do we have to use a group by or a having clause. See, till now we have performed operations, computation and summarization operations on a collection of rows, but we often require to perform these operations certain group of people or certain for example, okay, let me take an example, you can understand better. So look at this question. Find the age of the youngest sailor for each rating level. So I want the youngest one for each rating level. For rating 1, there is one person who is the youngest. For rating 2, there is other person. For each rating level, we have different persons. So now we should be able to perform these operations on different group of people, on different set of people, not the collection of rows or the complete table. So for that we use the group by function, and having clause is used for applying some filtering conditions on the group by. Likewise, we use where clause in the select statement to apply the qualifications. Here we use a having clause for group by to apply the qualifications of filtering conditions on group by clause. Okay, don't worry, we'll understand it better when you actually try examples, right? So to apply aggregation operations to a number of groups of rows in a relation, we use group by and having clause. So let's look at the syntax that we use for a group by or a having clause. So the syntax is something like, select of distinct select list from list where qualifications, then we have group by grouping list having group qualifications. Like I said, having is generally used to perform these qualifications on the groups that we have in a grouping list. Right, let's look at a few examples and also understand the flow of execution in a group by or a having clause. So the evaluation strategy of this syntax would be, first, the attributes or the columns that are in the group list should be there in the select list. That means first we will select some columns from the select list. Now the select list will have the column names and also the columns in the form of aggregate operator as column name. This is something we want to be shown in the output. So the select list will have the attributes of this type and also the normal attributes, column names. So in the grouping by clause, we will have the columns from the select list. We will select only one or two columns that we want to divide into groups, and then we will have conditions to filter the column values that are present in the group by. Okay, fine, we'll look at an example, you can understand it better. So yeah, our first question is set. Find the age of youngest sailor who is eligible to vote for each rating level with at least 2 such sailors. So let's break this question. First, we want the age of the youngest sailor. Right, we want the age of the youngest sailor. That means we are going to perform the min of age. Who is eligible to vote for each rating level? He should be able to vote. That means his age should be greater than 18, greater than or equal to 18. And we want for each rating level. So in a group by, we are going to group this entire table into different levels, rating levels. So in the group by, we are going to have rating. So we should include that in a select list also. With at least 2 such sailors. See, this is the condition that we are actually performing on the different groups that we are forming. So this should be placed in the having clause. So now let's look at the answer or the form that we're going to build. Right, like I said, select list will be having the S dot rating because we want the entire table to be grouped based on the rating. So we should include that in the select list in order to have that in a group by clause. So select S dot rating comma min of S dot S because we want the youngest ones as minimum age. This is generally used for showing in the output, that's all. From sailors, yes, where S dot age is greater than equal to 18, which says that he is eligible to vote. Then group by S dot rating because we want the youngest person for each rating level. And then there should be at least 2 such sailors in each rating level. We'll be specifying that in the having clause where having count of star greater than 1. Right. At least 2 says greater than 1. So I think you understood. It's as simple as that. First, just when you are trying to divide the rows into different groups, you should specify that particular. First, you should select that particular column that you want to use in the group by clause in the select list. That is followed by the aggregation operations if there are any. And finally, in the group by, if you want to apply any filtering conditions, then you will specify them in the having clause. As simple as that. I would recommend you to practice as many questions as you can because only with the practice you get this comfort to write queries to any such problem. These are the simple problems. I tried to cover all the problems, but just try to practice as many questions as you can. This would help not only in your examinations but after that also, because this is the thing you are going to work after you complete your academics. So let's look at few more examples. Right? So we have the question that is, for each red boat, find the number of reservations for this boat. That means we want the number of reservations for each red boat. So first we will obtain the cross product of reserves table and then boats table because we want the reservations and we also want the color, so we have to combine both of them. We have to perform the cross product operation between them, and then we'll look at the group by and having clause. So yeah, the query would look like select b.bid and count star as reservation count from boats B reserves R, where r.bid is equal to b.bid. In the group by, we are taking b.bid having b.color is equal to red. Observe one thing, in the having clause we have b.color which is equal to red, and we also know that for each boat can only be colored in one color. So with this qualification we only have single valued property with the PID, but we are making use of PID only because this is the unique value in the boats table, and only with that we can identify the color. But guys, remember one thing, you can only use the columns that are present in the group by in the having clause. That means having clause can have the column names that are only present in the group by, because this is used to apply the conditions on the values in the grouping list. So this query is not accepted by the database because having clause is using a other attribute which is not present in the group by. So this, I just showed this example to highlight this thing, that you should not use any other columns unless you have that particular column in your grouping list in the group by class, right? So yeah, let's look at few more examples. So our next question is, find the average age of sailors for each rating level that has at least 2 levels. This is a question similar to the question that we have just seen. The only thing is that here we are finding the average age. So let's look at its answer. Select S dot rating and average S dot age, as average is from sailors. Yes, group by the rating having count star greater than is equal to 1. So this is similar to the question that we have just seen here. So here instead we are going to perform the average of essays for each rating level. So we'll be having the rating in a group by, and we want 2 such sailors who will having count star greater than 1. So like I said, you should practice as many questions as you can. So just try to find answers to these questions. The questions are: find those ratings for which the average age of sailors is minimum over all the ratings. Okay, and also say this is a sort of a small assignment that you can do. It's a choice. You can if you want to. So you should also learn the alternative way of finding average age of sailors for each rating level that has at least 2 such sailors using the subquery in a having clause. So here I'm just asking you to write the alternative way. We have specified like this, no, but instead you can use a subquery in the having clause also. Just try to use that method also. It's just to make this entire process more comfortable and easy. So that's it for today, guys. I'll meet you in the next class where we'll be discussing the next topics in our 3rd chapter. So guys, if you have any queries or questions or doubts in DBMS or any other subject, you want tips and suggestions, just reach out to us on our Discord channel. We have different communication channels for each purpose. So just make use of this opportunity and just post your questions in that particular communication channels. Your questions will be answered, and you can also help others in this learning process. So just try to make use of this opportunity, this student community. So if you have any questions, you can now reach us on our Discord channel. You can comment your doubts on our YouTube comment box, and you can also reach to us on our Instagram channel. So yeah, I'll meet you in the next lecture. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.